So guys, today we're gonna go over, I guess you call it a mini series called It's a Trap. So I'm gonna show you some different traps that some high ranks like to use against their juniors. And if you don't know that they're there, you're gonna get caught up in some submissions really quickly. So we're gonna essentially show you some of the counters to the counters. Okay, so next in the series of It's a Trap, it's one of my favorite traps I like to set up. It's a leg lace reversal. Some people like to call it the leg lasso game. I know I'm gonna regret showing you guys this technique, but man, it'll challenge me to get a little better as well. So, he's sick of dealing with my open guard. He goes for a leg lace pass. First thing I like to do is control this sleeve right here. Now this helps negate some of the shoulder pressure he creates on the knee, but it doesn't really do it entirely. What I'm really trying to do is take both of my feet to the outside of his body. You can also do this from half guard, but guys really love to take the bait whenever you put both feet to the outside of the body. Now from here, I just welcome him to pass the top side. And now it looks like he's passed, but I've cleared my knee behind his back to load him up. I use an underhook under his thigh, and I send him over. From here, there's a lot of stuff you can do. Omoplata attacks, leg attacks, or just clearing to a better position. So, what to do when that happens? We're gonna talk about a preventative measure, and sometimes you like to go into somebody's traps just so you can try to disassemble them. So here's the first thing. We go for this pass. As soon as I feel him gripping that up, man, that's a good opportunity for me to shut it down, go somewhere else. Look, I'm gonna go over his legs with my leg, pin his knee, free my grip. I like to grab the collar, pass around the top side. Super simple preventative measure, keeps you from having to enter into the trap to pass it. But sometimes you still want to be able to disassemble the trap. That's okay. I go for this leg lace pass. Now the key to the pass is controlling the far arm. If he's hiding it, I would suggest that you bail. You go back to the first technique. But if he's not hiding it because maybe he's waiting for this leg to come around, awesome. Control it right here. Now I still need to give good shoulder pressure and tripod out. And as I walk around and flatten him, I have to work to free this wrist control right here. If I don't, I can still get in trouble with the reversal, thinking I've passed, because he's still able to load me up with this leg. So I abandon his knee once I've cleared, and I start curling around and winding out of the grip. If you're having trouble winding, you can grab the thigh and inchworm your way free. All right, guys, so I showed you a few different counters to counters or traps that high ranks like to set for people to fall into. So jiu-jitsu is very much the lazy man's art. We don't necessarily try to use a bunch of muscle to try to defeat our opponents. We try to set up traps for our opponents to fall into. So now you guys know that if something feels a little baitish, sometimes it is. If you're not flow rolling and just kind of relax rolling with your partner, and suddenly they're a little bit too complacent when you start to give them some pressure, and consider that it might be a trap and consider backing out. You don't always have to be giving forward pressure against your opponent. Sometimes the best opportunity to pass or to go in is to back out first.